Yes, it is. Hello. What's up? What's up? There you go.
I did kind of off-center myself because I pulled the chair closer. But
Where's the other ways? Hold on. Oh, the camera's getting weird. But should be on, right? Check on TikTok real quick. It's freaking hot.
it is. But bro, it's way better here than it is in fucking Fairfield, bro.
Is it? All right. Yeah, we're live. What's up? What's up?
I'm Jess.
I'm Dal Yee. Yes, we are back. We break down the news and add context and give our honest take. Our goal: educate, entertain, and spark discussions. Yeah. We'll get into Culture Corner after sports news, so stick around for that.
And on Savage Sports this week, we got BJ Penn's family turmoil, abuse allegations, arrest, and mental health concerns. And if you was with us a few weeks ago, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Then we have Caitlin Clark versus ESPN lawsuit, breaking down the Clark-Reese controversy and race debate. And then last for sports, we have transgender athlete controversy, AB Hernandez, CIF rule change, and Trump threat.
And we have been talking about it for like a very long time. It's just been going around, so we're going to add our thoughts on that again. Then in Culture Corner this week, 2025 AMA's shock, Eminem's win, J.Lo's kiss, and just all the drama. Google VEO3 AI video generator, creativity or chaos. Full breakdown and real examples. Diddy trial, immunity deals, secret videos, Lil Rod's explosive allegations. Yes, this was from last year. But stay to the end. And Jess, so what you been up to? Give me some.
Shoot, what was it? Last weekend was what, Memorial Day weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much. I went to the city last weekend. It was already kind of heating up then.
Oh, so you were in the city in Memorial Day?
Yeah, on the actual day, it was a lot of people were out there. It was pretty chill.
Cool. We went to Santa Cruz.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty good. We were at the beach and stuff. Yeah, just good time.
I haven't been to Santa Cruz in so damn long.
You gotta go. It's
so long.
It's pretty cool. What else? Oh, case count got hacked.
Yeah, I saw, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what is she on some like Bitcoin thing now or something? And I was like, But what threw me off was like it was like a post she had posted, and I seen you liked it, so I was like, oh, maybe that really is her. 'Cause I think you had liked the post.
Oh no, I was trying to get back or somehow, some way, was trying to like figure out how to fucking.
Yeah,
get
that's
it back.
crazy, dude.
It was annoying.
That sucks.
She's completely upset about it.
Yeah, it's deactivated now. I saw it's gone.
But can you, like, all these years you have a fucking account and then some idiot, some guy hacker is just gonna take that away, and all the photos, everything is just completely gone.
Yeah, dude. African reported the account after I seen she had made a new one. Did she like kind of give up on it? Like
Yeah, she had to.
yeah.
But it's not like hella bad. Like named Robert Jerome. He was the director of The Last Gas. He had his Facebook hacked and $10,000 racked up. Yeah, so yeah, we see you, Robert. Man, that's crazy that they did that to you, though. Hope you get back somehow or some way. But yeah, let's move on, man. We got a lot to get to. Stay to the end. Share your thoughts with us. Hit that like button. Share this video with a friend. And it's free to follow the channel. We do have a QR code, but that's probably at the end of the show, so stick around for that. You will win free merch when we hit our goal. So, Let Culture Speak Live, episode 42. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the show.
Turn the mic on, let the culture speak. Gossip, sports talk, 7 days a week. From the courts to the streets, headlines stay bleak. Talk shows out now, let the culture peak.
So the PJ Penn saga just keeps getting darker, and in just this month of May, UFC legend PJ Penn was arrested twice within 3 days in Hawaii. Jeez, man. And everyone's in the comments just like he has CTE, he's gone crazy and stuff. But, it in 3 days in Hawaii for allegedly family abuse, his own mother. Let's see this video of his arrest.
What kind of harassment? How can I be under arrest for harassment? This is my house. I just went to go grab the mail.
So I'll explain more to you.
can film if you want.
We just have
It's not that I want to, I have to. This is kind of weird.
Can you just step on the side? Just to make a statement.
I'm not sure what he did. What did he do? What did he do? That's my question.
I got no idea. Can we call an officer that I know that can talk to you guys?
John,
I don't even have
the
a
officer's phone number.
or Brian Kurahara, somebody.
He'll be at the station.
Why am I being arrested again?
Harassment.
But what did he do?
What kind of harassment? But anybody can say that at any time.
Okay. We'll explain more, but we gotta do that.
So Lorraine Shin filed for a restraining order, allegedly extreme psychological abuse and bizarre delusions. What set this off? On May 11, Shin returned home to find all her belongings missing. By May 16th, her purse, IDs, and safe locks were gone too. Penn allegedly claimed the contents were his. Then on May 25, she found tape over the cameras, glue in her locks, and Penn allegedly assaulted her when she confronted him with her missing mail. Why did Penn post online that his family were imposters? Are we seeing mental illness, criminal intent? I don't even know at this point. What about what happens next? Everything that's going on. Again, CTE. That's what people were saying.
Remember, I wish you could post a clip of me saying it last time when you're like, what do you think? And I was like, I think he's crazy.
Yeah, you did say that.
The messed up part about it is, for people that like a good conspiracy or whatever, is because he was in the UFC, he has taken a lot of blows to the head and all that stuff. So it kind of, I don't want to say it discredits him, but it's easy for people to be like, yeah, CTE. A lot of blows to the head, like that's gonna affect you in the long term.
It does.
And yeah, I mean the same with football. Any other sport that has to do with collisions or trauma to the brain, that messes with you after a while. But on the other hand, if he is fully healthy and this stuff is really happening, it sucks because, like I said, all those injuries and blows to the brain, people are gonna also assume that he's crazy.
I don't want to get into the conspiracy of everything, but like he is pulling. If you go to his Instagram, it's everything about the government. The feds are after him. This is him saying, allegedly him saying this stuff. He's getting receipts of everything. So, and a lot of people believe him in that way, and he is getting garner attention for it. Because this was happened a couple months now. So I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. I pray for his safety and pray for the release of whatever is happening with his family. You just don't even know. But Penn has an active civil lawsuit unrelated to these charges. Will these new allegations impact other legal battles? Do you think so?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like we know where it's gonna go. They're gonna claim insanity, mental illness.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it's gonna go. And like I said, once you've dealt with that, those type of injuries, those blows to the head, they're going to claim mental illness.
Yeah. And then public perception too, you know. This is just my thoughts. Allegedly, like, this is how it's done. You know, they smear you in the media in any way, discredit anything. But I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. The restraining order is still pending. Will the court mandate psychiatric evaluation or treatment? I think he was released after like 2 days or so. But it's bad. So if he is found liable for anything, his money's gonna be taken away, and I think that's the end goal of whatever is happening. That's what he's saying and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess we'll keep an eye on it and follow it. See where it goes.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
It's scary. Again, your family, the people you know every day, and all of a sudden, he's allegations that they took his family away. Go watch his videos, man. It's all over. He's getting attention right now this week. Penn's delusional accusations began as early as April 8 on social media, what triggered this public escalation. Scared, fear. He was running for governor or something, and now he's getting a lot of heat for it. He's already under a restraining order to stay away from another woman and her children. What's the history behind that case? Yeah, let us know. What's the history behind that case? It's very interesting. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that's going on, so we don't know for sure. We did report on it. Go look for that video, but let's move on. We got a lot to get to. Nobody wants to see a sports icon fall apart, especially not like this. But the details from both sides are clear. There are real pain, confusion, and fear in this family. The system has to protect everyone involved, and Penn needs help beyond the cage. We owe it to ourselves to ask real hard questions, stay aware, and support better resources for families in crisis.
Absolutely.
Any closing thoughts, though, on that? Just be aware or what?
I just hope everything works out for the best for everyone involved. Yeah. I mean, it's an unfortunate event, and that's all you can hope for at this point.
Yeah. Pretty much. Leave your thoughts on that. Comment below. We got a lot to get to. Let's move on.
Up next, we got the Caitlin Clark versus ESPN lawsuit, breaking down Clark and Reese controversy and race debate. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese can't seem to escape the spotlight or the drama. Just days after Clark's hard foul sent Reese to the floor in their May 19th WNBA opener.
Angel Reese that Angel took exception to. So initially, Angel pushes Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up right away to get in the face of Clark. Aaliyah Boston ends up getting between them. You'll see on this angle, the initial part seems okay from Clark, but then there's a shove at the end that I think should be upgraded to a flagrant one, because that seemed like unnecessary contact from Clark.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Rumors swirled that Clark filed a defamation lawsuit against ESPN's analyst Monica McNutt. Why? McNutt's on-air comments suggested that race plays a role in how Clark and Reese are portrayed, sparking heated debate. If this was the other way around, oh Lord, you can only imagine how the conversation would have gone. That's what the statement McNutt made.
Yeah.
Is the media treating Clark as a victim and Reese as an aggressor? Did the flagrant foul really deserve this level of backlash? And does Clark's legal move signal a bigger issue with how athletes, especially black and white women, are discussed? Both stars keep it professional, but the conversation isn't dying down.
No, it's not.
So my thoughts on this. Do I think so what we all gotta still remember is the WNBA is still a company, organization that has to garner interest and conversation and
Attention.
and views,
Yeah.
and they know Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese is going to bring that. Unfortunately, I don't know about on the court, but there is like you can, if you just simply go on Twitter, TikTok, anything, you'll see racist stuff
Oh, of course.
between them. That I mean, not between them two, but
The
like
fans.
comments, fans,
Yeah.
and it's more so the fans at each other's necks about them and anything. And I honestly, me personally, I don't even agree with the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese comparison anyway. Angel Reese is a big. Caitlin Clark, she's a. That's like to
Very
me. That's like
talented.
comparing from the NBA. That's like comparing Steph Curry to Isaiah from OKC. Like you're not comparing a big to Steph Curry. That conversation's dumb. What fueled this is from their college rivalry.
Yeah.
They didn't like, Caitlin Clark had a lot of fans, but so did Angel Reese. And they didn't like how Angel Reese's team won, and they was all, she was doing back the gestures that Caitlin Clark had did in some previous games. And that's followed them ever since then. And I feel like everything that has to do with them two is blown out of proportion since they got to the league. People foul all the time.
Yeah.
Like, people do flagrant fouls, hard fouls, like, and they just make it a big deal.
It's
And,
just race baiting at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It's just it's a lot of race baiting going on.
it's basketball. It's what you do on the court. Yes, there's going to be aggressions everywhere because you're trying to get the points down at that point.
And it's from both sides, unfortunately. It's like you see the comments, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said before, the comparisons don't even make sense to me. I don't even understand why y'all comparing them at all. Like, Angel Reese doesn't even guard Caitlin Clark. Like, what are we comparing for real?
Can we talk like they're really like freaking Angel Reese? Their comments, people are just like, she's not that good. She sucks compared to Caitlin Clark. Like, for me, when I saw the video, I was like, pass the ball every time she missed the layup or, assist or anything.
And that's another thing that I've seen in WNBA games. Because I'm like, if you're not a real WNBA fan, if you just going to watch if your
Clips.
attention is on these two and only these two, that happens across the league. I just seen the other day another big getting their own rebound and throwing it back up. And at the end of the day, who cares?
All right.
If you stopping the other team from getting your miss, no matter if you miss 2, 3, 4, or 5 times, you still eventually score.
Yeah.
You stop the other team from getting points and you still score, no matter how many times it took you to get that point. Like, you in the paint, you fighting, you getting your rebounds.
Right.
And so, like, she the rebounding queen, and ain't nothing wrong with that. And people like to argue, oh, well, she gets her own rebounds. They did a statistic for last season. She got more defensive rebounds than offensive rebounds. So that's not even a valid argument, for real. And she still led in rebounds.
There you go.
So I'm like, Caitlin Clark is a baller, a shooter. You know what I mean? She gonna ball out every time. And Angel Reese is improving more and more, but she's a big. They're two different positions. Of course, Caitlin Clark on this end getting triple doubles and stuff. She's shooting from beyond the arc. You know what I mean?
Real?
Like,
No, yeah.
why are we comparing the two? I
Bucket.
don't understand that comparison.
So Clark is averaging over 20 points per game. Will this overshadow the off-court drama?
No.
No.
Because this is what's driving up views, and like
No.
I said, it's about viewership. Those
it.
two in a conversation, they drive up views, they drive up attendance, and Caitlin Clark's fans, they gonna ride for her, but also Angel Reese's fans is gonna ride for her too. You know what I mean? So
Regardless. But it is bringing viewers, and that's great. The rivalry is bringing viewers, is getting people in the seats. Got like millions of viewers. Yeah, so Reese leads the WNBA. What you said, double doubles. How does this impact her public image? It doesn't.
I just
What do you think?
it gets a little bit heated between the two because I think it gets to a point where I just think that they're probably tired of being tied to each other. You know what I
Right,
mean? They
right.
want to be known for, other things. Like we're still talking about a rivalry that happened
Yeah, back in college.
yeah, like I think that's really just it, and I think everything's blown out of proportion. But like I said, it's about viewership, and as long as the WNBA can get viewership out of it,
That's
all
it.
the media outlets are going to push it because
That's
it's
it.
bringing in money. So
Yeah.
I know everybody's tired of it, but if you so tired of it, stop engaging. Once you
Right,
stop
right.
engaging, once y'all stop clashing about it and stop paying attention to it, they'll move on to the next. But as long as y'all give it attention, it's going to be here to stay.
So this lawsuit defamation is not for sure. There are rumors going around that it is, but I don't see how it is defamation in a way against McNutt. Comments.
It's
what do you think?
probably
I don't think it's.
it's
Not,
probably rumors because,
Yeah.
like I said, if it's that easy for athletes to start filing lawsuits, a whole bunch of these talking heads gonna have lawsuits filed against them, and that's what they are, just talking heads. So
like Stephen A. Smith and LeBron.
at the end of the day, I'm interested to see
Right.
them both grow as a player. Caitlin Clark in her own right is phenomenal, and Angel Reese, she's made history too.
Yeah.
With the fastest, what was it? It was the rebounds and points.
Double doubles. Or triple double.
No, double. It wasn't even that. It was just the
Oh.
most rebounds and points.
Oh, I
I
don't
think
know.
she made it to like
I should have had the
400 or
stats.
something like that.
Yeah.
The quickest to do it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, in their own lanes, they doing their thing.
All right.
You can't take that away from neither one of them.
No, you can't.
So
WNBA released a statement condemning racist remark. It's ridiculous. I want to say it's the bots. There's a lot of bots on Instagram.
yeah,
There's a lot of
people
bots out there.
don't realize that
It's outplayed, yo.
if you just like look at it and just some of the art, it just doesn't even look right. I'm like, y'all do know half the time y'all not arguing with real people. Like there is a lot of bots on both sides
Fuck.
that are driving the engagement. Y'all are not arguing with real people.
Yeah. We'll get into that. So stay into Culture Corner, okay? The Clark-Reese rivalry is fun, but the noise around it, especially when race and media spin get involved, feels exhausting, literally. Both women are changing the game. Maybe it's time for everyone else, media, fans, and commentators, focus on the basketball and let the players' talent tell the real story. Yeah. So,
And Asia Wilson
go
is
ahead.
the best basketball player in the league, by the way. So
oh yeah, no one's talking. She
they need to be talking about the real baller. But
she
talk
won.
about that another time.
Was that basketball player of the year or rookie of the year or something like that?
She's on the Las Vegas Aces. I'm a Raider fan, so I know all about what Mark Davis owns. You know
Oh
what I'm talking
fuck!
about?
Okay, I did not
Yeah,
know that.
Mark Davis is the owner of the Las
the
Vegas Aces. Yeah,
Oh,
and they
shit.
brought a couple of championships.
Okay.
And yeah, they got their star.
Oh my gosh. Knicks. What's going on, man? Fucking hell, dude. They won though.
They pulled that win out. They came to
Ass
play
boy.
yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
They should have came to play, but they came to play yesterday. I'm glad. Unfortunately, the Wolves did not, and they got
Ass whooped, bro.
But I knew OKC was going to the finals. I've been said that.
I think it's just a better outlet, a better viewership if the Knicks and OKC. I mean, like the Pacers, they're great. They're good too.
I still think
I'm just eating in front of the mic.
Shoot, I don't know, dude. I still think the Pacers are gonna go to the finals.
You think so?
Yeah,
We'll see. Hey, man.
I think so. It's a good series, though. I'm glad they won.
It is.
I'm glad they won. I'm glad they didn't get stomped on like the Wolves did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. I know Knicks fans is holding their breath. They trying to make it to the finals. I know they just. Let's see. Let's see if Brunson can lead
off,
the way.
man.
Let's see if Karl Anthony Towns can lead the way. Let's see what happens.
For sure. We're going to get into that for sure next week when shit plays out. So after this last story, we'll get into Culture Corner, AMA Awards, Lil Rod's lawsuit, Google's AI VO 3. Yeah, stay to the end. So transgender athlete, controversy. We've been talking about this for a while. Should transgender athletes compete in girls' sports? That's the debate after Jurupa Valley High School.
16-year-old A.B. Hernandez has become the target of a right-wing campaign.
I think I got that wrong. Yeah. A transgender junior won first place in both the triple jump and long jump. Let's look at this report real quick.
16-year-old A.B. Hernandez has become the target of a right-wing campaign to ban trans athletes from California youth sports. Over 30 adults gathered to heckle her at a recent track meet.
Is that even registering as you're competing?
Honestly, no. I'm still a child. You're an adult, and for you to act like a child shows how you are as a person. And nothing I can do about people's actions, just focus on my own.
Sonia Shaw, president of the Chino Valley Unified School District and candidate for California Superintendent of Public Instruction, got into several heated exchanges on the sidelines, including one with A.B.'s mother.
What a coward of a woman you are allowing that!
Studies show trans athletes have not outperformed their cisgender counterparts. On Saturday, other competitors beat Hernandez in 2 of her 3 events. She won first place in triple jump.
Okay. And then Hernandez now leads the California State Championship, sparking national backlash. President Trump even threatened to pull funding if Hernandez compete. Supporters say trans teens deserve to live authentically and compete comfortably. Is the new CIF pilot entry process a fair compromise or just political cover? Governor Newsom's office calls it reasonable, but critics like Chino Valley's Sonia Shaw says it's not enough. NFL star Aaron Rodgers weighed in. He's claiming trans women have an unfair advantage. If you were the parent of a runner-up, how would you feel? Can a pilot policy fix this, or is this just the start? Real quick, the CIF's new pilot entry process lets the next highest placing biological female who just missed qualifying compete at state. If a transgender athlete takes a spot, does this create a fairer playing field or just complicate things?
So we've talked about it before in the past.
Yes, we have.
And one thing I will say, I don't agree with the parents doing that because that's still a minor.
Still a child.
It's still a kid. I mean, I understand how everyone feels about it, but you still got to keep in mind that that's still a child, and you guys are adults, and that can be very intimidating because that is a child. Like, you know what I mean? You got to still keep that in mind. I know you're not agreeing with what's going on, but just, calm down. Like, being there and intimidating, that kid is not going to help anything. It's still a kid. But like I said, with my stance on it, I think for safety reasons a lot of the times and just it being fair, like, and I think a lot of people are kind of, the masses as a whole are kind of reeling themselves in saying, okay, I don't think this is fair. I think everybody is kind of leaning that way at this point. Because it's not. I mean, come on.
Correct.
At the end of the day, you can, you're born away, you feel away. but that doesn't, the term life isn't fair. Like, it still doesn't change the fact that what you are.
True.
You know what I mean? And
AB 1266 law allows trans students to compete based on gender identity. Should other states adopt similar protections or set different standards? No, not with what Trump is doing right now, pulling funding from all these states that accept that. And a lot of people are backing him on that issue. People are backing him on that. Connecticut faced a federal lawsuit after cisgender girls claimed unfairness over trans competitors. Will California's change avoid similar legal battles?
And my thing also is, why not just make another
We said this
thing? Like, why don't you just make a space for transgender people to compete? You can compete with other transgender women, can compete with other transgender women, and trans men can compete with other trans men. And I don't even know if this is even a big thing within transgender men. Do they do this?
Like go into sports and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you remember we reported it was like a very small percentage of it happening?
Uh-huh.
And that it is catching flack, but it's a very small percentage of men and women switching sides.
I'm just like, just how you have the Special Olympics, like, if this is going to be a thing moving forward just for the safety of everyone and for the fairness of everyone, make it their own little thing to compete in. I'm pretty sure you have a whole bunch of people competing in it if you want to keep it fair.
But then again, you guys subsidize the funding and money, just like, NBA and WNBA. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know, but it's a conversation that we should have, even though, yeah, it's a small percentage of a population doing this. But it's just completely wrong. Like, example, my son or me, specifically, if I go into a girl's sport, say I'm a female, I'm wearing, long hair, all the clothes and stuff, and I'm talking like it, but I still have, the hand length, arm length, just everything as a boy, as a man, we have a very distinct difference to statistics? No.
Testosterone?
Testosterone, yes. I can't even say it, but yeah, there is a big biological
And I know it's
difference.
all about people when, we're moving in the direction of equality, but come on, y'all. Can we all just be realistic? Men are stronger than women. Like, that's just what it is. And that's why,
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's some people would even say that men are women's apex predator. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way the world is. That's the way it is. Just genetics, nature. Men are stronger than women. And so you're competing in a group that doesn't, have the same abilities as you. You know what I mean? Not the same abilities, but any competition you see, like, just anything, like, you've seen, like, little trends where, the little gripper thing, or like they like to see your grip when you pull the machine, how strong you are.
Yeah.
I've seen tons of those videos, and guess what? The men's grips are way stronger than the women's every time. Like, let's just, I know people want to be, equality, but let's be realistic too. Like, we still got to be real.
Or I don't want to hurt their feelings, and the parents out there, that's what you're basically doing. You are hurting that person's feelings, but there is a better way to do it. This ain't it, going out there yelling at other parents, silent protest. I don't know, something, but I don't even know at this point.
Yeah, like, there's another, but like I said, I agree. There's other ways to approach it. I don't think going to the school and heckling the child is a good approach, because, like I said, at the end of the day, whether you agree with what's going on or not, that is a child.
Go to the board meetings. Yo, go talk to those board members or something.
There's other ways you can make a stand, and I know you don't want it to affect your girls, and you know you want them to compete, and you want them to be able to do what they want to do, but maybe protesting is holding your kids out of the sports. You can't compete if nobody's in it, right?
Right.
So, but you know, everybody just kind of has to keep in mind. Everybody just has to keep in mind that still is a child. So let's
totally agree. Yeah.
You know,
100%. Let us know your thoughts on that, guys. In California again, we did another story, and it was in San Jose in a college. Now it's high school. So leave your thoughts. What do you guys think about it? Comment below, and let's move on. But, you know, every side wants fairness, but no one agrees what that means. Some say protecting girls' sports. Others see a teen just wanting to compete. A real turning point is here. As states and sports bodies scramble for answers, the conversation is leaving the locker room and going national, even presidential. Leave your thoughts, comment below. Let's move on. You want this one?
What is that? Google VO?
VO3
or VEO?
I think VO. We'll go with VO.
Well, Google VO3 AI video generator. Creativity or chaos? Full breakdown and real examples.
Chaos.
Google just dropped VO3, its latest AI video model at I/O 2025, meaning anyone can now turn a quick text prompt into a slick 8-second movie clip. VO3 isn't just about visuals. It nails lip sync, physics, sound, and even hand movements.
Let's check out this video.
Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it. One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please! This prompt is killing me! Change it! Please! Write something else! Say.
Real quick, what do you think on that?
I think this is going to send a lot of people into psychosis because people already think we in a simulation, and this is not going to help anyone at all. And the more and more realistic AI gets, the more it's going to be hard to tell what's real, what's fake. It already is now. It's getting we are seeing in real time it getting better and better and better, and that's scary.
Go ahead.
Filmmaker Dave Clark said, "It feels like it's almost building upon itself. But are we about to drown in fake news clips and AI slop?" Harvard's Alejandra Carabello already made a fake death announcement for a living official. Google's guardrails are up, but is it enough? Can you trust what you see online? Or is it just the price of progress? And is it fair that you need an expensive AI Ultra plan, $249 a month, to get full access? We're almost there, people.
Yeah, 8
We're
seconds.
almost there where everything outside is a bunch of ruins and everyone's in the house in this virtual world.
It's scary. Just a lot of dumping of AI slop, okay? A lot of things, and if you get into, let's give some examples. Fake news broadcasts about U.S. officials' death, generated in seconds, AI generated protest footage, hyper realistic video with accurate dialogue and motion. You know, come on, give me some examples of how bad this is.
Just the crazy part about it is, if somebody gets good enough to make these, they could fake a crime of you doing something you never did. And who's going to believe you?
Oh, shit.
Who's going to believe you didn't do that? If somebody gets just good enough, if the AI starts to get just good enough where you cannot even tell if it's a real person or not anymore. They start getting those hand details and all that stuff just right. The movements, the talking, it's only a matter of time. Yeah. And now we can fabricate crimes, even on a bigger scale. Like,
it's just scary.
You think, people are corrupt now? Let people really get this down, and it's over. You make the wrong people mad, all of a sudden you facing life in prison for something that got caught on video that you didn't do.
And it does, but there's like pros to it. When you see like these anime movies and stuff that you want, like Attack on Titans, which I'm a huge fucking fan of. And if you're able to generate it through AI and creates a movie, a show out of it, that's amazing. And, it's easy to use. Just type a prompt or upload an image. Empowers creators to make professional quality content.
Absolutely. There's always going to be people that use it for what it was intended for, technically speaking, but there's always going to be people that use it for something more sinister and evil.
Deep fakes, misinformation.
And that's the sucky thing about releasing stuff like this, is not everybody's going to have good intentions with it.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for that. And I think that's why a lot of the times it takes a long time for them to release stuff to the public, because they need to know they have a way to combat it. They need to be able to control it. And if you can't, you don't want to release something you can't have control over, right?
Mm-hmm. And this goes into bots, okay? AI bots, AI slop. It's already crowding social media feeds. Should platforms label or limit this content?
All the rage bait you guys be seeing now, I promise you 9 times out of 10 it's not even a real person. It's a bot. You're arguing with the bot. You can tell by the responses sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, whenever I see stuff like that, I don't even engage. It's because, like I said, 9 times out of 10, that's not a real person you're talking to.
Yeah. That's why you got to be careful what you're feeding into your mind. It's believable when you see a video, but you got to assess it. You got to assess it
and,
from real and fake.
Companies love this stuff because, like I said, it drives up engagement. You push enough bots out there to talk about stuff, to rage bait you into speaking about it, it drives up engagement. You're arguing with bots and they don't have a problem with that because it's bringing in revenue.
Yep. As many viewers you get on that platform, they're going to keep it. Either, a lot of people are switching over and off of Instagram, on TikTok, on Rumble, and we're all on that platforms, by the way. But it's just, nowadays you just really got to be careful. Misinformation stuff. Fuck, I just don't know. We'll see in the future. This is scary, and yet it's innovating. It's exciting because we're getting to see a lot of creative people creating stuff. Hopefully, and it's a good thing too, because while all this stuff is all fake, and that leaves more authentic people to create content, people to follow like us. We're gonna continue to do this and bring you information and stuff. Anything, Jess?
That's all I got on that.
Okay. Damn, bro. AI Pro, 100 videos a month. Will creators be priced out? Yeah, that's $249 a month. That's crazy. Yeah, leave your thoughts on that. We got a lot to get to. We're gonna move on. The challenge isn't stopping the tech. It's figuring out how we use it without losing what makes our stories real. So yeah, let's move it. 2025 American Music Awards stirred up controversy and surprise. Why did so many stars skip the show? I didn't even know it was on like that.
I don't be watching that.
Yeah,
I
don't.
I don't really care.
Billie Eilish swept 7 awards, major categories including Album and Artist of the Year, but accepted via video as she toured Europe. Host Jennifer Lopez, she stole the stage. Like, oh my God, with bold performance that had everyone talking, but was her headline making Kiss just for her attention. Yeah, you see this? Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care. Sir Rod Stewart was caught off guard when his kids presented the Lifetime Achievement Award How often do legends get that kind of surprise? The night's biggest debate, Eminem's win of the favorite male hip-hop artist and album, despite tough competition from Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Do stats outweigh freshness, with Janet Jackson officially named on Icon, Shabuzi going viral for a viral side-eye? Does the AMA's fan voting make each year less predictable? Okay, first, I don't even want to talk about the J.Lo stuff. But it's whatever at this point. Like, oh my God, J.Lo kissed 2 different sexes. Oh my God, wow. Okay.
Oh, she did that?
Yeah. It made news. There's controversy and stuff. What else? Rod Stewart, great artist. I forgot what songs he did. Let me look it up. Fuck. Anyways, what else? Eminem, Jess. Like, why is everyone?
I didn't even know Eminem had an album out.
It's The Death of Slim Shady. Yeah. I didn't listen to it, but you know. Oh, have you ever seen The Rain? Rod Stewart. I wanna know. Are you for real? I don't want. Damn it.
Maybe if I actually hear the song, maybe. I don't know. But I don't.
You don't follow him like that? Have I told you lately that I love you?
Probably.
Okay, see? There's one. There's a lot of songs, and he got the Lifetime Achievement Award, so yeah. Guinness World Record. He rapped 225 words. I don't even know at this point. It is a fan base voting. Do you think he is well deserved?
Yeah, I mean, the fans voted for it. You can't be mad when the fans vote. They have spoken.
Right. Except
I think fans would want more things to have input on more of these award shows, because a lot of time it's like a lot of people don't be agreeing with what, you know, who is in charge of voting to get, you know, the award. So hey, can't be mad if that's the people. The people spoke. So.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Janet Jackson was amazing. She's always amazing. Her performance-wise. Yeah, she is an icon, man. She sounds just like Michael Jackson, man. That just brings back memories. What do you think? What kind of songs did you...
Well, from Janet Jackson? I like all her... I actually like a lot of her songs. Because I think... Doesn't she still perform in Las Vegas? Yeah, so... And I like the collab she did do with her brother, like Scream and all that. That was a good... I love that song still.
Yeah, chat it up.
Have you seen No, I don't watch award shows. I literally don't watch any of them. I feel like every time you turn around, there's a new award show. There's something going on.
Right.
My eyes! My eyes! I'm just kidding.
It's just getting darker right now. Yeah, man, it's nothing. We weren't really watching it. That's the thing. It's nothing burger to us.
Yeah, I've never really been into the award shows. I really don't care.
Me either.
Like I said, I swear it's like once a month there's an award show for something.
Yeah. VMAs, BET Awards, all this stuff, man. It's just for them. It's just for celebrities to gather around, give each other awards, and put it up on fucking screen. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's not as big as award shows aren't as big as they used to be when we were like kids and stuff. Yeah. I think people kind of don't care as much as they used to back then.
Well, still
like, it used to be a big deal.
Still garners millions of views and stuff. So.
Yeah, it does. I still don't think it's as big as it used to be though.
Yeah.
But I don't know either.
Okay, what about the Kendrick Lamar and Eminem? Do you think Kendrick Lamar deserved it? Besides,
Apparently not. The people voted.
who knows if the people voted? That's for sure. But yeah, a lot of side eyes. Did we get to Kai Cenat? He felt some type of way about it too.
Why would Carson not feel some type of way about it? He was downplaying his whole thing, wasn't he?
I think so. I don't
I
know
don't
if I had
know.
it in here.
Like I said, if it was really the people that voted,
Right. It's whatever.
I'm not really going. I don't really care.
For sure. After this last story on Viral View, leave your thoughts on that last story, guys. We will react to Shia LaBeouf. The dude showed a lot of patience with some obnoxious fans who would not leave him alone as he walked along a boulevard in Cannes, France. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. So let's move on. Diddy, man. Now in 2025, Diddy faces a blockbuster trial on racketeering, sex trafficking, and gun charges. Yet he's the only major figure being prosecuted. Why? It all traces back to Lil Rod. You remember the 2024 lawsuit? Do you remember that? Which claimed you don't remember that?
I don't even know who Little Rod is.
I don't even think we freaking reported it. That's Lil Rod right there.
Yeah, I don't know that man.
Diddy secretly recorded celebrities and politicians as his notorious parties for leverage. Fahim Muhammad allegedly, managing party security, Krista Koram handling logistics are both named but have not been charged. Instead, many insiders, including those two, have reportedly received immunity in exchange for testifying against Diddy. As Lil Rod's lawyer put it, as he puts it, Mr. Combs believes he is above the law. Is justice being served, or are powerful people just protecting themselves? Despite years of rumors, the one and only facing the music is Diddy himself. What does that say about accountability in the industry? No one's going to be held accountable. It just seems like it to me. And it's just a lot of, to me, the way I see it is a lot of nothing burger. It really is. And it just seems like he's probably going to walk away free. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think he's going to be... You know, let me not lie. I don't know.
The recent news today is like Trump was saying that he might, or it's in the cards that he might pardon Diddy. And I don't know. How do you feel about that, people? Do you think it's well deserved for him to do that? I don't know.
I think he should just stay out of it.
He should stay out of it? All right, yeah. He should.
Pardoning Diddy help the country.
Exactly. It doesn't.
Let's focus on some other stuff.
And he's just... Diddy, all these allegations, everything, it just looks bad already. In the public perception, he's guilty. That's it. Diddy is on trial in 2025 for racketeering, sex trafficking, and gun charges. But why is he the only one?
He's just the one that's going to go down this time.
Just him by himself? How's it racketeering, though? Like, this doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I mean, we still got to let it play out.
Yeah,
I heard they had hundreds of subpoenas go out, so I guess we just got to buckle up for the ride.
Someone needs to be charged. Diddy's legal team claims the immunity deals are just a way to stack the deck against him. Is that fair or just standard procedure? That's not fair at all, man. Boy, they are getting him. And it sucks because all these people are getting immunity and to not just talk against Diddy. Which is hella bad, yo. This is why I don't want to report it anymore, because it's ridiculous at this point if they're not going to have other people charged in this racketeering case. So at the end of the trial, we'll probably report back and just update on stuff. But
I mean,
all in
maybe
all,
he was he the ringleader. He admitted, so I don't know.
No, I don't know.
He had the money. He was making the moves.
Yeah, blackmailing, all these other things. Where are those people?
And apparently, because I know at the beginning of this, his previous lawyer said he couldn't represent him no more. And there was a reason for that. So, there was an alleged rumor going around that he damn near wasn't being truthful with his lawyers. And I think that got them caught up the other day in court.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking
and
about.
That one girl, she was like, that's
something CC?
a letter, that's the letter that was written back in 2012.
Wow.
And he was like, wait, what? So
it did look bad.
I'm like, you had your first lawyer leave the whole thing as a whole. There has to be a reason for that. Lawyers don't just do that.
Right.
So.
Then alleged hidden camera tapes still having service. Are they real or just leverage for plea bargains? Again, it seems like it's a nothing burger. Everything is just, it's Diddy. It's Diddy. Diddy did this. Diddy
like I
that.
said before when we first started talking about it, people think a lot of things is going to get exposed. Just like when that Epstein list came out. Mm-hmm. Y'all not going to find out nothing.
We ain't gonna
like,
get that,
I'm like,
bro.
unless they want you to know, y'all not going to know. Like.
Yeah, Dan Bongino and shit is just, he's playing around, bro.
It's just a nice big conversation to keep everybody occupied.
It's like that new show, It's like, stay till next week.
Mm-hmm.
We might send this out or something like that,
Basically.
It's just, but we see it. Everyone sees it. If you're not willing to put up with the information, then you're part of the problem, in my opinion. But I don't want to dig so deep into it because I don't want to get censored. So if you really want to hear us talk about stuff, you got to follow us. You got to subscribe, and then we can fully get into the conversation of what we really think, because we're self-censoring ourselves because we're a very small channel. So subscribe to the show. Let us know your thoughts on this. Diddy's case has become the industry's biggest spectacle, but it's hard to not notice how everyone else seems to get a free pass, literally. Cassie had a baby. Good for her. All that stress through the trials and everything, so that's good for her. It's a reminder that in scandals this big, the truth doesn't always come out clean, and the most famous name is often the one left holding the bag. I don't know. I mean, there is a lot to say, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah. Comment below your thoughts. Let's move on to
I travel from Greece for you, please. Yes, please. I am from Ukraine. Please, Saya, please. Guys. Please, I travel for you. Please, Saya, I'm big fan. Please, I travel from Greece for you. Please.
What do you need?
A photo, just a photo.
Okay, ready? Let's take a photo.
Yes.
Ready? Good? Okay, good? Okay.
Nice to meet you. Saya, tell you. One second. Shaya, please, fun. Shaya. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shaya. Thank you. Thank you, Shaya. Shaya, level.
Attends. Cool. Leave me alone. Okay, cool. Ready? Leave me alone. Get off me.
You ready?
No, you got it. Back off, dog.
Yep, you ready?
Wait, you got it. Back off. You got it 4 or 5 times.
There is no focus.
Okay.
No focus on the camera. Very good guy. Fix the focus.
Okay. Dog,
Thank you, Shaya. Good evening. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, Shaya.
Bro, leave me alone, bro. Hey, I'm not sure about leave me alone, dog. Hey, leave me alone, dog.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, Jess.
Where's his security?
He's not so big as an actor so much. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like people forget that
They do forget.
these are real people that don't want to be bothered, especially with his history. I don't know why y'all messing with that man.
Even Steven, Transformers. Do it.
I'm talking about his violent history.
Oh, wait, what? Go on.
I mean, we're not gonna get into that now, but he does have a violent history, and I think he even beat up what's her name?
Megan Fox.
Something Twigs.
Oh, I don't know.
His ex-girlfriend. He hurt her real bad. I'm not really familiar with her name, but I know that was the thing. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know why y'all in that man's face.
Right. But okay. In the spotlight, it just seemed like he was a walking statue monument that people could just walk up to him and take a picture.
That's how they treat everybody. All these celebrities, they just act like, I don't know, like
they're nothing.
They still gotta remember that this is a career, a job.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always want to be bothered.
Yeah.
There's a time and place. That's why they have meet and greets. That's why they have VIP and backstage, and those are the times and places. And when they're trying to do everyday stuff and people get mad like, oh, why you don't want to? Well, if you really want to do all this, next time I have a meet and greet or something, pay and come.
Right.
It's like I said, it's a job. Man, nobody wasn't trying to do that for free.
Mm-hmm.
That's like somebody, you doing, you work at McDonald's or something, and somebody bother you off the clock and like, hey man, I need you to make me a McDouble. I'm not doing that for free. Get out of my face. What are you talking about? Like,
okay, what about the failure awareness of other people?
Man, we live in a world full of NPCs. This is not even real life anymore.
Especially with AI and shit.
People don't care. People are so desensitized. People don't have any empathy anymore. They just want what they want, and you're a horrible person if you don't give them that.
All right, let me give you an example. Because at Disneyland, I did meet Chris Angel. You guys remember Chris Angel, right? Come on, magician guy. He was fucking famous. Carrot Man, whatever. I saw him. I was like, holy shit, Chris Angel. I shook his hand. I didn't pull out my freaking phone hella quick. I was like, let me take a picture. No. I respected his because he was with his family. I respected his boundaries, and I was genuinely surprised. I was like, wow. I was a fan, yo. And I asked, I was like, how you doing? Just ask him because he's a human being, yo. Like, I don't know if you had an experience.
And I feel that, like, when I worked in the city, I've seen a couple famous people, but my first thing isn't always, oh, let me run up on them. Like, sometimes you just acknowledge them and you be like, oh, hey, man, I know where you're from. That's cool. And then move on. Like, I just never understood shoving your camera in these people's faces. Like, oh, let me get a picture. Like, why? It's not genuine. They don't know you. They're just doing it just to keep up an image. Like, it's like, if you really messing with that person and you feeling that person, having a few words maybe be, more sentimental to you than let me shove this camera in your face real quick and let's take a picture. And I don't know you from a can of paint. You don't know me. And we'll never, like,
Right. At that point.
People need to get real.
For real. And put the fucking phones down, man. Like, live your life. We might get into the story next week about that. Saying that, there's a percentage of people wanting to go back to without phones and stuff and actually getting away for that. So maybe we'll talk about it. But yeah, appreciate it. Closing thoughts on that or comments, if any? Do you want to read the comments from fucking TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. I'll bring up the YouTube. So we did have comments before on some videos. What are we talking about? It was the Diddy. No. Fuck.
We had comments on the Ray video.
Oh, yeah, the Ray video. Let's see. Knit Everett's someone can't take a joke, and I was like, we most definitely could take a joke, bro.
Like, the thing about it was just conversation. At the end of the day, we know the saying. If anybody has watched Boondocks or anything like that, they made that funny and famous in that show, and it was hilarious. But sometimes the wrong people are saying it. Like, they're just too comfortable. I just feel like people are just too comfortable saying stuff sometimes, and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
There is some good comments. Like, agree, two types, people and assholes met, people of every color and race that have met standards for either side. It's a character thing, not a color thing. That's Philip Rice, 6913. Appreciate you commenting.
And there was a comment on TikTok where the guy was like, nah, he right. And then he was like, oh, what y'all said, it wasn't enough to change my mind. But in the end of it all, I think you had responded and said, hey, you might think you're right, but what she said was common sense. And then he said, exactly, everyone not perfect, bound to be bad people in different races. No need to act like they don't exist. It's common sense. And I was like, the whole conversation was, we do know bad people exist. He basically reiterated what was said in the video. Like, right. We know that. That's why we're like, why are you trying to make a famous saying based off of one group? Like, this is an everybody thing.
So he basically proved our point.
Our point. He, in the end, but like I said, when we conversate about stuff, we're not taking it to heart. It's just something to talk about.
Literally.
We're not tripping off of it like that. Like I said, this is nothing new, and him saying it ain't nothing new either. He's rehashing some stuff everybody didn't heard already.
Right.
And then
yeah, go ahead.
From the Diddy case, we had a commenter. I don't really want to say his name because people may not agree with what he said. But there was a commenter on TikTok that said the fact that they got away and has been away for 6 years and nothing has happened to her means she indeed could have walked away earlier. She absolutely wanted to be there. And I don't necessarily feel that that's true. Like, if you got dirt on somebody and they don't want that shit to come out, they still gonna do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
If you got that type of power, and that's why I said the best people to speak on that were people that were in those situations.
Right.
Because we're all on the outside looking in, people that haven't experienced it. It's easy to talk when you're on the sidelines, but I really want to hear from people that have actually dealt with that type of stuff. Because we're not, that's why I didn't want to get too much into it, because we're not good candidates to speak on it.
Right. No, you're totally right. But yeah, that's the end of the show. Stay current on the latest sports, celebrity, and culture news. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and follow the channel. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We're dropping fresh content every week. Positive posts, positive note. End the show on a positive note. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. Albert Hubbard. You like that one?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say no. I got another. Whatever you do, always give 100% unless you're donating blood.
That's a good one.
Bill Murray.
I like that one.
Have a great rest of your week. Stay blessed. And see y'all next weekend. Peace out.